Shimmer. What was that Fuel song?
Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff, shimmy, shimmy, ride.
What was that one Fuel song? It's Shimmer, right? She calls me from the cold.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you
Fuel,
talking
bro.
I don't listen to Fuel. What do you want from me?
What is your deal, man? Smallville is such Fuel territory, too.
Dude, during this time, I was listening to, I don't know, I think Disturbed.
Mariah Carey.
Well, I was listening to Backstreet Boys probably a year before this.
And then Mariah Carey.
And then Mariah Carey.
Alright. Shimmy, shimmy, ya, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yay.
I'm leaving.
Is that what we're doing? No? Alright, dude, look. We're back again. This week on Somebody Save Me podcast, Joseph and Taylor, here with season 1, episode 9.
That's episode 10. You don't even know anymore. You've lost track. Too much Smallville.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, episode 10, Shimmer.
This one is shimmying through my heart
Oh.
all night long. I was up late at night, even contemplating my own life.
Okay.
This got me. This got me pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, dude, well.
This is one of my favorite. I got a lot of moments here.
Yeah.
A lot of good moments.
I got a lot of fun facts for this one.
You got a lot of fun facts? You got fun facts?
Look, I have like a whole list of fun facts, bro. It starts from here. Dude, it gets all the way over here, bro. We're getting spicy!
I can't wait.
Alright, let's get into it. We are opening up again on episode 10, Shimmer of first season. Here we go. We are at Smallville High.
This is Good Charlotte, right?
We got... wait, no?
Is this Good Charlotte? This sounds exactly like Good Charlotte.
We're going to have to look at the soundtrack
We'll
for this
look up
episode.
who it is, but I thought it was Good Charlotte here.
Alright, and so... yeah, we got a great song opening. Also, just going to pause it already because we're opening up on a blood drive that's clearly going to be happening with the Red Cross. That's what it said. And we have Pete talking to, probably macking it up with some nurse lady at the tent, right?
He has to write a new article. There is no other way to put this. Pete has to write a new article about a different date. He has to get a new
You
date.
think he slid her like a 5 or a 10? Like, hey, man, just make it look like I'm getting a story from you.
No, he said, hey, I'm going to include you in my story. You'll be famous. It's in the Torch, the highest rated paper in Smallville.
No, he's like, just tell me your best date you've ever had, and I'm going to be that guy in this story.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
making Pete seem really sad right now, and I don't like this, because Pete can pull the ladies we have seen, so I don't
Only
want that.
once.
There's 2 episodes. No, 2 episodes. Because remember, at first he had the limo girl, and then second, Fat Girl was all about him.
That's true. You're right.
Amy
You
Adams.
got me.
Yes.
You got me. What I wanted to pause here on, though, was Lana and Clark. She's clearly has a clipboard, trying to plan stuff. Clark is wearing PE jackets and sweatpants.
I just want to say, though, Lana said that she decided to sign up for the blood drive, because Clark was like, hey, how'd you get out of PE? Oh, I decided to sign up for the blood drive. Well, what I actually found funny about that is that she acted weird whenever she responds. It just reminded me of Pam from The Office. Oh, this is PE. I acted like I had PMS to get out of it. Like, that's all it reminded me of. I'm sure you volunteered for the blood drive, Lana.
The blood drive. I get it.
I wasn't going down that road. You made the connection.
That's what you said.
I wasn't doing it.
You were thinking it, and I said it.
I wasn't thinking it until I said it out loud. And yeah.
But my thing is, in PE class, which I'm sure you've been a part of, PE?
Kinda.
Kinda?
You know.
You've ever had a PE class, though?
Yeah.
Do you get a jacket or a sweater and some sweatpants? Or do you get just a raggedy t-shirt and some shorts?
Hold on. Isn't Clark's not on the... No, never mind. He would get nothing. Alright, so Smallville is a small school.
They sponsored by Abercrombie?
That's the only thing I'm thinking, is that maybe this is an Oregon Nike situation, or because they're right next door, Smallville, like Adidas.
It's like American Eagle crossover, but it's American Crows.
Oh, see? They could. Maybe they want to specialize the uniforms for the students.
Maybe we should start a theory. Maybe Clark is low-key trying to be a fashion designer.
I will say, though, at middle school, the pants and the jackets and the t-shirts were given to us. Now, they were sweatpants, though, so not as fancy looking, but we did have sweatpants.
Oh, interesting. I
Yeah.
did not have sweatpants.
Hey man, shout out.
I figured if
Eisenhower.
you're on sports, on a team, you would get this, sweater, sweatpants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was basketball. That's what I'm referring to.
Oh my god. What you just said just proved my point. PE would not get this, bro.
All right.
You made me dig into this, and I didn't want to dig in that much, okay? I was done at American Crows. God. And so, of course, we have basically Lana talking about how she's trying to plan and, pretty much not screw it up and whatnot. And Pete's over here. Hey, Clark. Is Pete kind of cock blocking a bit?
No, because he just said, Clark, let's go shower.
Yeah, hey, Clark, come on, let's go shower,
Who
buddy.
just screams that? If I screamed that to you, I think you would immediately turn around and be like, I don't know that kid. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm sorry, but, I have to go back to it on this PE thing. You shower in PE?
Okay.
I ain't never showered in PE in my life.
All right. Now, I have seen people shower in PE,
It's
though.
weird.
It is weird. And then everyone got mad because the coaches were like, get the hell out of here if you're not showering.
Yeah. I will go stinky to class if need be. I ain't showering for PE.
That's why I went into golf. It's because we would just leave campus.
Probably just standing there, cool weather, just swinging, not even really sweating that much. Dude, y'all had it made, bro.
Yeah, and then I'd go home at 3:30.
Look, stop talking about sports. We're talking about PE. We get it. You had good privileges, all right? You were playing sports.
You asked if I had PE. This is what I'm going off of, is my experiences.
All I know is Pete, sus. Pete is very sus for that.
Yes.
Clark, stop talking to Lana. We gotta hit the showers, man.
That was weird.
Why do you want to team up with your bro for shower time?
Maybe Pete was like, hey, let's go to the shower. Maybe he was doing...
Maybe this is why he hasn't gotten another date.
Okay. Throwing shots.
Yeah, she's just a friend because she's like, yeah, I kind of know about him and Clark.
All right. Listen, this is still a sweet moment though between them, because you can at least clearly see they're talking more and more together. Where Whitney has not been around, and now we're just seeing them bonding more and more. It's
true.
It's interesting because now there seems to be no hesitation, no kind of second guessing of going to talk to the other.
And if you really notice, the past few episodes, they have been more and more
Yeah,
talking.
it's a more common. Well, after they joined the Scooby-Doo gang together, the Mystery Inc.
And don't get me wrong. I love this part about them, but yeah, Pete was weird.
I'm not gonna. I still can't defend him.
I didn't like it. Anyway, so yeah, he screams, let's get in the showers, and Lana's like, and then of course Clark hits her with the bye, Lana, and Lana just looks at him as she says bye. Dude, what was that look, bro? What do you call that look? We're gonna pause it right there. What's that look?
We're already pausing.
Yeah, what's that? We're gonna pause once again. I love this opening. It's just so great. It's
All
gonna be a
right.
long one.
So when it comes to the look that I would give her is go F yourself, Pete. I was talking.
Yeah.
That was the look where it was I'm not
She
done
kind of
with the
smacked the clipboard in frustration.
She's like, I hope to see you soon. That's what it was. That's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah, it wasn't a goodbye. It was more like a see you later, babe.
Oh, well, no.
See you later, babe.
Stop. There was no babe.
Hey, babe. I love you in your little sweater, babe.
There is no babe. We are not on babe.
All right. And so, yeah, after that, Clark and them go to the back locker room. We are introduced to Amy.
Weirdo girl.
Weirdo
girl.
Don't even get me
That's
started.
all
We're
I
digging into
called
that
her,
later
man.
for sure.
Yeah. But then we have a douche named Troy. There seems to be a lot of douches that didn't come along in this.
This guy is bad, bro.
He just comes up, and granted, again, she's a weirdo girl. She looks like that she smells maybe bad, but you don't go up and immediately take her diary and then start reading it, where his response, though, to it is, I want to see if you're writing anything about me.
Yeah, my name's Troy.
What? What do you... Who... What?
What's your name?
Yeah. Who?
What's your name? And so, yeah, this guy comes in on the bleachers, just jacks her book that she's writing in, and then we have the brother Jeff of Amy. Jeff Palmer, Amy Palmer, brother and sister, and brother's trying to stand up to him, and then Amy says, "You're a child, Troy. That's why I like a man like Lex Luthor. He's a man."
And it's weird that he just says that you're just writing love letters to Lex.
Yeah.
I just don't understand, where has she been? Because if she has been with Lex, writing this many diary entries as if she's been in love with him, unless you're wanting me to believe She came into Lex's home last week.
Bro, it had to have been last week because he even says, "Oh, you and your parents live with them. Oh, y'all are basically the help."
Yeah.
He wouldn't live with the help.
Yeah, he
He
would
just clean his bathroom.
You say you wouldn't lay with the help.
No, live.
Oh,
Live.
I thought he said lay. I thought he made a little
You're
reference.
not gonna slum it up with the help.
Yeah, slum. Okay, so I'd say lay. That's
Okay,
yeah,
so
he's
okay.
Yeah.
Slum it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's slimy.
But seriously, I don't know who would do that, especially when your excuse is, I want to see if you wrote about me. Seriously, get the hell out of
And
here,
that
Troy.
makes the point you're making. Where have they been? Why are we just now hearing
Yeah.
about them? They had to have moved in last week, or in the middle of last week's
It
episode.
was
You know what I
3
mean?
days ago. She's already in love.
Yeah, and so of course, like I said, Jeff is here trying to stand up to Troy. Hey, leave her alone. That's my sister.
I do like Jeff, though. Even though, Troy, what are you going to do about it? And Jeff just immediately turns around. He just immediately walks away as if he's not
And
going
he
to do
calls
anything.
them losers as he walks away.
All right, so now we have a lovely little...
So we have the shower scene that Pete wanted us to have.
This was all Pete's idea.
Oh, don't you love the wiping of the hair, just making it splash everywhere? Go Tom.
I don't know if I love this. I don't know if I'm paying attention to that. My only thing is, to your point earlier, why are so many dudes showering right now? And Clark just looked like he was walking around in clean-ass sweatpants.
Dude.
So what is going on? Why are we all having fun in the shower time together?
You already heard my problem. This is PE. PE, dog. Why are we showering? There's no reason. So anyways, it walks into Pete and Clark, and of course, what is Pete trying to give him advice on something? But anyways, Clark started having a reaction like he's around kryptonite.
And he felt a little bit weak, where then you see a little bit of a shadow coming up.
Yeah, it was a weird shadow.
And we are now back to Troy, where Troy is getting dressed.
Other side of the locker room.
Shu now just falls off of the bench, where we're now introduced to Hollow Man.
Yeah, Hollow Man, but this time we're going to call him Hollow Kid.
I love it because of the age, where obviously with Jeff walking away, spoiler, he has to be the villain, right?
Of course.
So Jeff turns around and then turns invisible, to where he watches Troy get dressed to then grab a dumbbell to then start beating the crap out of him.
Yep.
Not gonna lie, I don't mind it.
No, not at all.
I actually...
Troy sucks.
Troy deserves this.
For
and
sure.
him beating the crap out of him with the dumbbell, he didn't kill him. He just sent a message. Hey, stop stealing diaries.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message. And that's what he did.
I love the
And we
mist.
get the Hollow Kid
Yeah.
scene, dude.
And he
walks
like
into the
turns
mist.
around. It's like he stared at the camera too.
Mhm.
I love that type of introduction to this film.
It's a solid introduction, man.
And
It's
I
really good.
immediately thought, so I have Clark, Lana walking in and flirting. I immediately have an introduction of a villain, maybe two, because of an obsession with
Yep.
Lex.
Mm-hmm.
But I already got the type of violence and a type of intro and coolness I want out of Smallville.
We got obsession. We got protectiveness of the sibling.
When did Hollow Man come out? Hollow Man copy Smallville?
Hollow Man was a while ago, but I don't think it was. I don't think they copied, bro. I don't think they copied.
I'm actually quite interested to see when Hollow Man came out, because I know it was early 2000s. Right?
2000. We copied.
Yes, Smallville copied a little bit, which makes sense of that scene.
Oh yeah.
I love
for
the
sure.
mist. The mist thing is such
Yeah,
a
and you
nice
get to
touch.
see his little silhouette, his shadow. All right, we are back after the opening here, and where are we at, Taylor? We're at the Beanery, dog.
Okay, I don't know if the later seasons have it, but man, the Beanery has shown so much.
I'll tell you what, we are definitely gonna get the new spot very soon.
I'm excited. It's just, are they in that area this often?
Oh yeah, it's 10 times worse.
Oh my god!
It's like the only other place. Oh, new spot open. That's our Beanery now. But yeah, Beanery.
What happened to the Beanery then? Did it close?
They will show. They will show.
Whoa!
It has to do with an episode. So yeah, and so we have introduction into Clark and Chloe talking about the story that Troy obviously told about the invisible person or something beating him up in the locker room.
Have you not caught how smart Chloe is, though, with her responses here?
What'd she say?
So, when Clark is now explaining the whole scenario,
Mhm.
her immediate response is, "Oh well, it can't be haunted because that doesn't have anything to do with meteors." She immediately says, "Well, that can't be the case of it just being a made-up story because kryptonite has to be doing so. Somebody has to be using kryptonite a different way." She immediately knows that it has to be something to do with kryptonite.
And that's a journalist.
That's Velma.
That's Velma, bro. Yeah, solved ink. It ain't no mystery, bro.
And exactly, that's why she has to be a part of the gang. Now we are having a weird, awkward scene at the beanery where Lana and Whitney are going back and forth, where Whitney seems to be acting weird. Even last episode, sitting by himself, she's like, "Where have you been? I need you here." Whitney seems distant.
You're pushing me away.
Why is he doing this? He's still not answering her, and I keep thinking, man, maybe it's an STD.
It follows?
I don't even...
Is that why?
That's not why.
No, okay, alright.
But no matter what, Whitney is now saying, I don't know, or actually I don't even know if he says it. She just says, "You're not going to be helping me out with the blood drive."
Yeah.
And he pretty much kind of acknowledges it and then walks away. And that's all you really get out of their conversation. No explanation on why Whitney is truly acting the way he is.
Mm-hmm.
Lana's upset because now her boyfriend isn't really there. So do you think it's right for her to then do what she kind of does this time? And we'll get to it, but it's just, do you think it's right what she does because she feels like her boyfriend's pushing her away?
Any girl would do this. Any guy would do this too.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Any guy would do it too, bro.
It makes me feel weird.
If you feel, yep. So anyways, they argue. She walks away from Whitney, and Clark and Chloe try to make it not obvious they're eavesdropping.
They make it the most obvious.
They're not even talking.
They don't even try to say something else.
"Hey, Lana, how's it going?" And then she, of course, appreciates the courtesy, clueless. And so, Chloe decides to be nice. She says, "Hey, I'll make it up to you if you, I'll give a pint for the blood drive tomorrow." And Lana's like, "Hell yeah, man."
I just have to have you watch this just so we can pause it on their reaction here real quick. Whenever they ask Clark, "When are you going to do the blood drive?" And he's like, I don't know. I haven't picked a time yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it." Look at their faces. They're so disappointed. It's pure devastation.
I literally wrote down in my notes, I was like, who is tripping about a donating blood?
I put, did he kill somebody? did he do something? And Lana's like realizing
I didn't like the reactions like, "Oh, so your friend will help me, but you won't help me? Donate blood?
What?
Your blood?"
What is that reaction?
Like, I have to donate it. Like,
what I love is actually his backup plan to this.
I thought I'd probably volunteer just like, helping out other ways.
So that means that I don't have to, you're not going to be able to pay attention to me not being in the chair giving blood, because no matter what, I'm going to be around you helping organize this. You stay off my back, we're still together, we're still hanging.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then Chloe she even kind of being a little buddy again here, like, "Are you sure there's not an ulterior motive here?" Like, it was a good recovery, but I feel like there's an ulterior motive here.
Yeah, right now, I wish he would just pay attention to Chloe some more.
Well, he's right there, Taylor.
I wish he would just be wanting just to pay attention to what she's saying, Clark. Read between the lines!
Oh, man. And, dude, I'm still waiting for her stupid outfits, because really, she hasn't been wearing crazy outfits.
She's been fine.
I don't understand.
She's been actually looking
I thought
good.
it was more often, but I guess not. I don't know if it's season 2.
No, we're going to get to it. It's season 2. Season 2 is when we're going to get to it.
Alright, so after the beanery, we go into the mansion.
Who are we back to?
Victoria Hardwick. Lex's new girl in town from Wales.
Speaking to Daddy.
Speaking to Sir Harry.
Sir Harry. Explaining how everything is going, because obviously the plan is already in works about them taking over Luthor Corp, and Lex Luthor Corp, and Lex then giving his shares over to them to then have them gain control.
Yeah.
It's interesting because now Lex ignores the phone call with her father, and what does he start doing with Victoria? Just immediately starts going at her like an animal.
Yeah.
And it's because she is winning. And it goes back to what we were talking about last episode. Regardless of Lex even knowing her plan and feeling like he's a part of it, she has the upper hand.
Perhaps, dude.
He's falling prey to her.
And so who do we have? Is this unannounced? Even though she
This doesn't count. She's a maid, right?
I don't think so.
And it's weird because even Lex is like, "Where's your mother?" She has the flu. She's sick.
Because the mother's the one that works at the house.
And she already sees that Victoria is there, so why would she continue to walk forward?
Because she wants to spill all the drinks they brought on her.
That was hilarious.
She did it on purpose!
Well, the moment I started seeing, I wrote down before, I go, she did it on purpose. And then Victoria, she did it on purpose.
And then, of course, Lex is like, that was a mistake, right, Amy?
Her response, sure. Okay, all right. Could you at least try to be more convincing?
I would literally look at Lex, I'd be like, that is clearly on purpose.
We're going to fire this help, and we're going to get her out of the house.
Hey, Amy, come here! That's what happens, dude. Yeah.
That's what happens when you spill on my guest and then say sure.
How dare you spill a liquid on my girlfriend. So anyways, Amy walks out, clearly like, oh yeah, I loved doing that. And then Lex is like, oh, never took you for the jealous type, Victoria.
And Victoria's a little upset because now she thinks that the psycho girl has a crush on Lex, which she has every right to be a little bit nervous considering what the little girl did to start out meeting her.
It's facts, and they all live in the same place.
They all live in the same house. I'm going to start to think something here.
In household drama? Don't like it.
I think it's very weird how quickly Lex brushes it to the side, though, too. He is completely overshadowed by Victoria.
Oh, for sure.
Victoria has clouded every thought of this man's mind.
Mm-hmm. But my thing is there, while they're talking, he's like, her parents are a fixture, whatever that means.
I don't know what that means.
And I brought them here from Metropolis. Why? Why did you bring them here?
He said it, Joseph, because they're a fixture.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
You needed help? You needed, they needed assistance? Like, they're just a household appliance? Like a fixture?
It sounds like he needed to have a family.
Are they a fixer-up type family where you need to fix them up real quick so they can land back on their feet? Explain to me, Alexander!
Okay, I can explain a little bit here. What if we have, and I'm sorry if you're not a nerd, what if we have a scenario where it's a villain who wants to make his own family? So he brings in a family of his own, or a family that he finds in order to be around him. So just like what we talked about with the Jitters episode, how he was looking at the Kents while they were hugging each other. Lionel hugging him, it wasn't a fatherly figure. Maybe he brought this family in order so that he can feel some love.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good little theory there. Because I could see it. Why not? Have like a little sister, little brother, whatever.
And that's why he made them out as a fixture. It's like a piece of love.
A fixture for himself.
Exactly.
Interesting. I like that. I like that. And so we have Amy frustrated walking outside, looking like, obviously, to her quarters, her room.
By the way, her mom's okay.
And
her mom doesn't have the flu.
Yeah, so her mom's cool. She actually works here. And we have our first glimpse of what she does, right now. And we'll explain what she's cutting, of course, which looks like rosebuds, flowers.
However, what color is that rose?
Very bright green.
If you pause it there with mom, you can see a bright green rose.
Looks a little like it's glowing a bit.
Yeah.
And so, of course,
look at the flowers.
Amy's running upset. Her mom's like, what the hell is going on?
This is the only time they show them, right?
Together?
No, the flowers.
Kind of, yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so,
now we have the family together.
Mom's
upstairs with brother and sister because brother just has to walk in. And mom's having to explain, what the hell were you doing in Lex's home? You are not allowed to be in there. This is his home. You cannot act like this. You have to act like and be in your own place.
Yep. Yeah. We may live on this estate, but it's not part of your world. So you need to chill out. This is like a gift, a handout. Why ruin it? And she's over here, oh, Victoria's ruining everything over here. Like, what?
What I love, though, and that's what I said at the beginning with this other villain here in Hollow Kid, I love Jeff's little thing that he does with Amy, which is walking up and in a way protecting her, but it's truly just shutting mom down.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just giving mom the answers that she wants to hear. So then mom, and it's like mom even questions it, but she's not going to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting dynamic. Are Jeff and Amy twins?
I don't know if they are supposed to be. I think they're just brother and sister.
I was hoping that they were going to be twins.
Explain the blonde hair.
I can't. Maybe dad?
See him later. He does have gray.
He has gray hair.
If that's him.
That
I would
has
assume
to be
it's him.
dad. He gets in the front seat.
And I do like what Jeff, I don't know, it felt a little weird now that I'm noticing. He tells mom, don't worry, mom. We both know our place.
Exactly.
What's your place, Jeff?
Exactly. It's a nice, again, giving weird answers, but
Yeah.
giving her what she wants.
True. And then what does she do? She walks away. It's like, all right. Because clearly Jeff's the reasonable one here. And they have a nice bond. Clearly, it's...
Well, he's just like, just be careful. You can be obsessed, but come on.
Yeah.
Just stop being so noticeable.
Act smart, idiot.
That's why, in a way, I think that's what he's saying. Stop being so noticeable.
And of course, she pulls out this watch when everyone leaves and kisses the face of it. You're a freak.
No, yeah, and I actually thought that this was a weird watch, too.
It's a weird watch.
That it was a Napoleon Frank that's inside of there. I thought it was a very strange thing, and I go, who the hell would have a type of watch like that? I thought it would be some type of, like, transmitter or something, if I'm being honest.
Dude, yeah, I was like, this looks fake. Looks like a decoy.
That is some spy machine.
Agent Cody Banks over here, dude.
Shoots coins.
And so, after we saw Amy the Freak, we are back at the Kent house. It looks like Clark's doing homework at the table, and we got a conversation with the Kents here. Oh, I can't donate blood, Dad.
So I actually don't mind. Once again, I hate that I'm doing this. Jonathan is not bad in this scene.
That's right.
All right. I'm not turning a corner here. Stop it. But
You'll get there.
no, I won't. With this scene with Clark, I actually hate Clark's response.
Really?
And it's because even with them saying, just say you're afraid of needles, Martha just comes up with that. No, I'll be a wuss. Dude, you have saved how many people in the town? How many explosions have occurred and you have been there?
It's crazy how insecure this Superman kid is.
It's the weirdest thing, because who the hell's gonna ever say, dude, you're such a wuss?
And even John Tom's like, dude, I know I shouldn't really say this, but it's like, you can't really always be honest with people, so just lie sometimes. Just fib a bit. It's not gonna be the end of the world, bro.
And he truly tells Clark, chill out, dude.
Yeah. Smack him on the head. Maybe twice.
Get the underwear out of the twat. Come on.
And then of course Clark shows that little I'm in love thing. Oh, if he doesn't know how great of a girl she is, he doesn't deserve her.
Oh my lord. Martha's response when Clark is going in and just going back to Lana and how he is going to be helping her with the blood drive. They then say, oh, well, wasn't Whitney supposed to be doing that? And he's like, well, Whitney dropped out, so now Martha's response, so you just thought you could come in there and sit out. I was like, what is this?
Get called out, though.
Mom's response, so you thought you could just swoop in on the girl because the guy's not there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she even, after he says what he says, she gives a little smirk like, I don't know. Like, it's a weird smirk where, okay, kind of impressed, do what you want. Or also, it's like, little shithead. Okay.
Martha's always been throwing the shots, though, about Whitney and Lana, always reminding Clark. Jonathan never has.
Yeah.
It's always been Martha
throwing. He's
throwing.
a guy, bro. Because he'd probably do the same thing. He probably did it for Martha, too, at one point.
You mean he was doing it with Nell and Martha at the same time?
Oh, we get confirmation about John and Nell.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we get confirmation. But yeah, no, so after that whole thing, fiasco, basically just, yes, Martha calls out the shots there. And really, she does it every time because that's the mother thing to do. Hey, remember this, because it's probably going to bite you in your ass later on.
She said it as a smirk on her face. She was throwing it in his face.
Mm-hmm, that's right. You got to sometimes.
She burned him.
Mom's got to burn you sometimes.
Yeah,
bro.
first Jonathan had to tell Clark, stop being a pain and calm down. And then Martha had to be like, stop it. Yeah. All right? You're already trying to ruin relationships as well, wuss. Yeah, your parents are calling you the wuss.
Yeah, if anyone's calling you the wuss, it's your parents. But, so, after that, we go back to the mansion. We have Lex looking for something. This is actually an unannounced visit here. And who is it?
Well, at this point, we have a door opening where we don't know who it is. I truly thought that we were going to have Hollow Kid coming up where he was going to be hit with the candlestick or something. But instead, it's Clark with a whole bunch of tulips. And it's a weird late-night delivery that he's doing. But Clark even says, we had to pick all the tulips, so we don't have any left. You can only go to another town to get them again.
Where has there been a garden on the Kent farm?
Listen,
you cleaned us out? Where? Where's the tulip?
Okay. I thought Nell had the flower shop.
I thought so too.
So does nobody go to Nell's shop?
Because Clark wouldn't include himself in us for Nell's shop.
He wouldn't have done that.
John wouldn't.
He would.
Martha wouldn't. Damn sure Martha wouldn't. So where are the tulips from, Clark? And where's your garden on your farm?
Maybe they only can grow those tulips on the Kent farm.
Clogged up shitters use that fertilizer?
Yes.
You know what? Let's just drain it into the garden. We'll grow some fine tulips.
Great.
Great. I'm teaching you so much about the farm life, dude. You have no idea.
They are Victoria's favorite. And then all of a sudden, the basket is just thrown to the ground.
Yeah.
And they're both questioning, well, who the hell did that? I like that Lex looks at Clark like, why did you do that?
Yeah, and he's like, what the hell was that?
This scene kind of hurt me a little bit.
Why?
Because you then see the typing of the computer of somebody accessing Lex's account. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's not Lex because he's in the other room with Clark. I thought this was Amy. I thought that it was Amy hacking his computer in order to be able to track him, be able to obsess about him more. And now we're coming back to Clark and Lex where they're going back and forth about the relationships.
I love what he says.
Clark throws a shot being like, hey, I can't believe that Victoria is your type.
Yeah. And he's like, well, not all relationships are about love, Clark. So, thank you, Lex. You're in here for your massive erection.
Not every girl is Lana Lang.
Ooh.
And that it's interesting, but it also goes back to my question to Clark Kent. What is Lex's type if it's not Victoria? How is Victoria not his type?
Dude, who knows? The
man is Victoria not your type?
She definitely something. She definitely something. I'll tell you that right now. So yeah, and then of course, Lex shows his admiration and appreciation because of how Clark is. You know, sorry, it's not none of my business, but of course, Lex, what? You know, obviously, I admire your standards because you're actually gonna stick it out for someone that's pretty sacred.
But now Lex goes back to looking for the what, or looking for something, which is interesting because why would Lex continuously look for something around his house? He's a billionaire or millionaire, whatever he is at this point.
And he does admit, I have tons of watches.
Yeah, why would he ever care?
But this one's special.
This one actually kind of hurt, though, a little bit.
Oh, I don't like the story on it.
Oh, I love the story.
No, I'm saying I don't like it because it's sad.
It's so sad. But the fact of the matter is, Lex saying that he's looking for a watch, and it was the last gift that his mother gave to him. Mm-hmm. You then go back to what you saw Amy put on her wrist, which was a watch. The only thing that I have an issue with the scene is now what Clark does. Where Clark then uses his X-ray vision while standing there. Once he realizes that it was Lex's mother's gift to him, he immediately says, I'll help you. X-ray vision everywhere.
And dude, I literally wrote down to just when you want to support Clark, bro, this man does some dumb shit.
Just when you're like, Clark, we got this. We got a great moment.
Yeah, we're having a great time this episode. I had literally no complaints really for you right now. But you want to pull this dumb shit. You X-ray and say, yeah, I don't see it anywhere, Lex. You didn't move.
What are you, a bloodhound? That's what Lex says. What are you?
For someone who's trying to keep his secret a secret, my God, he has to be high.
All right, so
maybe he didn't even get those tulips on the farm. Maybe he thought he was at his farm. He was at Nell's.
All right, I'm gonna give him an excuse. You wanna know why?
Why? Because he's high?
No, I'm not gonna give him dope head right now. But it's because the moment that he figured out that it was a gift from his mom, it was the first time. It's the first time that Lex actually opened up about something that he cared about. Mm-hmm. Where then Clark, in the back of his head, said, shit, oh my God, he actually cared. And he kind of didn't even think about anything else.
Kind of caught up in the moment.
Exactly. Yeah. Just so I will give a 14-year-old boy that.
Like, oh, okay, I'll look for it. I'll see it.
Otherwise, what the hell?
Okay, yeah. And of course, he gives an excuse. Yeah, I'm pretty good. You know, I have farm hands. I have good eyes.
Okay. I'm finding a needle in a haystack.
Yeah. Let's talk about this right here. We go to the other room where we were on the computer.
We're on the computer.
Right? And we get a glimpse of, it's obviously Lex's computer. It has to be. And so, what do we have here, today? We have Cadmus Labs.
Cadmus Labs.
And this is, remember how I told you last episode?
You did.
that episode started to steer away. Obviously, there's still Freak of the Weeks, Villain of the Weeks, but they wanted to open up to larger mythology. This is where we start getting that larger mythology. We have Cadmus Labs, and obviously Lex is a part of it. And what is Cadmus Labs known for?
They are known for harboring special people.
Also, where Superboy was created.
Aha! There we go.
There we go.
Wait, he doesn't have the vial. He does have the vial of blood, right?
No.
No.
Nuh-uh.
No.
Don't talk about that, dude.
No, okay.
That's later.
Well, my point to you is on that. Do we get more of that type of testing it where we get a Superboy? You could tell me on the down low here. Give me a nod, yes or no. I haven't gotten very far. Okay, I don't know what you're saying right now. Yeah! Never mind, the audience doesn't know. Back to Cadmus Labs.
So yeah, we have a great reference to Cadmus Labs here. All these stocks, whatnot. But we realize who's on the computer because Clark walks in the room. It's Victoria.
I didn't like that. It broke me. I thought it was Amy, and that's why it hurt me. I go, man, she is awful. Lex, get rid of her.
Yep, and Clark is even suspicious, like, that's weird. And so they start to hear something, what is it, on top of the upstairs going on, the room. This part is crazy. So they all meet up, reconvene, go upstairs to the mansion, and they're going to this room because they hear this loud banging. And what is all this light? What is...
Okay. What is the light?
This part made no sense to me. Because we know what happens later, of course, but...
There's no explanation. And here's my other point to it. I thought Hollow Kid was a villain where he had the power of invisibility.
Right.
I thought this was Amy's power.
Yeah.
I thought we were getting to what Amy was able to do with her abilities. Where, again, it was just a flashing white light that we're having at the end of the door. Where the door is even shaking uncontrollably. As if it's some type of... I'm trying to remember her name. I can't from the boys. Starlight.
Light refraction.
Yeah, some type of deal like that where it seems like there's a force in the room. Lex goes up to the doorknob. He opens the door.
Well, as soon as he touches it, the light goes off.
Which
is
also weird. I
didn't get it either, man.
And then Victoria's freaking out in the back. They all look at each other. You think this is going to be a big moment because, once again, the light is shining through the keyhole.
Yeah.
So you think that there's going to be some type of heaven opening up or something. But what happens?
Nothing. Someone basically it looks like either Lex gets pushed or like blown away by the door.
I thought he got blown away, and it was like a flash of light that blinded him, and that's why he needed to cover his eyes.
Yeah, and the way that this room looks as they go inside does not match with what we just saw.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit at all. We have black light going on. We have ruffled feathers of pillows and sheets and stuff just flying around, and we have paint, fluorescent paint or whatever you want to call it, that glows in black light.
Joseph, what have we seen them be able to do?
So far, it's been invisibility. This does not match.
This does...
At all. I didn't get it.
How did they even do the room this way?
We need some type of... If there's a weird, nerdy, scientific explanation, we need it. Please tell us. But... There's no... I can't match it up.
How did they even make the room like this? Because you also got to think about, well, they changed the light bulbs too?
Now...
And then they had to paint it all over the room?
My only explanation, which will go into the power later on, we'll tie that in later. But of course, it just looks like paint, whatever, some type of highlighter that is left all over the room and just says leave, 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 leave everywhere.
It's what you have at a blacklight party.
And that is what, in Victoria's room, correct?
Yes, it would be Victoria's room that they completely destroyed, just saying, get out, stay out, leave. This is your time to go.
And it kind of goes back into the whole, this has to be like a haunted house theory or haunting of whatever. But clearly, it's not. Chloe debunked this first 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah, Velma already solved this. The problem is, Joseph, what was that light?
I don't get it.
What was that light? That's all I want to know.
Was God in there?
Was God...
God should be present in the bedroom.
Was God doing that to Victoria's bedroom?
He might be all good but not all powerful, or he's all powerful but not all good.
What if he is all good because he's telling her to leave out of that Lex house?
Oh. So after that, we have... obviously, pictures being put up in the torch, the wall of weird.
Hey, by the way, that's like an 8-finger hand right there in the background behind Clark's head.
Oh, it is an 8-finger. We got UFOs and stuff, and yeah, this is
the wall of weird.
The wall of weird, and of course, Chloe and Clark are trying to investigate what is going on. Why was the door shaking? Lex said he felt something brush past him.
Which we're seeing that, okay, it's going back to, though, what we're talking about the door, and Lex's weird reaction to it was apparently somebody brushed past him.
Yeah.
Meaning somebody ran through him
Right.
as if it was somebody invisible. How does it explain the light and the shaking of the door?
It doesn't make sense at all. I got nothing. And then, of course, Chloe suggests, oh, maybe the Scottish chick, which is, of course, Victoria, came with the poltergeist. Not a bad theory. Because Chloe, honestly, trying to solve all this, pretty great. But it's obviously not going to be that. It's not that.
Well, now they're having to change the subject because now it's just going to be about Lana and the blood drive and her seeing how that is going.
Yeah, Lana and I are getting ready and getting together for the blood drive tonight. And she goes, that's pretty romantic. You know they're salty behind those words, man.
Oh, well, wait. Once again, Vilma's a genius. She now is putting doubt into Clark's mind, where she is the first one to really set, I guess, everything in motion here on Clark's, why he should have doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because the moment you cross that friendship line is the moment there is no coming back to that friendship line once he makes that move.
And I think even it goes to her as well. Maybe she's also scared to even make that move because of what she just said right now.
She could be exactly seeing herself in a way in a Clark, and she wants to put that same... I still think she wants to do it to throw him off his game.
Oh, of course.
That's all she wants to do.
She's another Lex, dude. She's thinking, bro.
It's just... I wish that he would pay more attention to her. She deserves at least a date.
She deserves a kiss.
From Pete?
God, no.
Oh my God. Your face.
God,
you
no.
are so disgusting.
How dare you taint Chloe like that?
Oh my God.
Disgusting.
Pete's a man. He needs a new story, damn it.
And so after their conversation, Chloe basically puts that doubt in Clark's head. We go into the mansion again. Victoria
all they're
and
doing
Lex,
is making out.
That's all they do
Is make out constantly.
Just making out on the couch. And who do we get again this episode? Who walks into the mansion? We get gorgeous hair Lionel.
We get hair.
We get gorgeous hair Lionel. Back in here. Oh, Lex, you have disappointed me.
And now we have Lex just sitting on the couch just smirking because Lex has his woman, where Lionel essentially is laughing in the way. I feel like Lionel's laughing in the back of his head, calling his son a moron, and pretty much saying, Miss Hardwick, I know exactly who you are. Get out of the room. Also, let me talk to my son.
And I love the whole, why is Lex so perverted right here? Like Lionel's like, what are you doing, Lex? He's like, well, she's currently working on my neck, but I think that's just the start.
But that's what I mean.
I was like, okay.
But that's what I mean with why she is winning. He is not thinking of anything else except for Victoria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and of course, Lana's over here just getting some scotch real quick, you know what I'm saying? And he says, hey, Victoria, why don't you leave so I can talk to my son in my house?
Well, and granted, she actually obliges, and she gets up and she says, I'll just run us a bath upstairs. So she gets up and she leaves the room where Lex just has to be able to stare as she walks away. She then says, I'll send your word to Sir Harry, Lionel, that you miss him.
Swell.
Pretty much Lionel says, don't ever talk to me again.
Shut up. Run that bath, idiot. Run my water.
Who pays that bill?
Yeah, who's gonna shut it off right now?
And now Lionel is telling Lex how dumb he is.
Lex, can't you see she was sent to distract you?
Which he's still not understanding, because even though he's doing it to get back at his father, in a way Lionel's still reminding him, you're gonna lose your own family name if you're giving everything to her.
Yep.
You're smarter than this.
Generations of Luthors, bro.
And exactly, do you really want to be able to give up your family? Because if you give up that family name and me, then what do you have?
Yeah, and lots of Roman references in this episode. He drops the whole, empires they don't die from outside, they get struck by weaknesses within. And that's how empires die. And of course, the Watch.
Well, and we've even acknowledged, I think it was episode 2, where what was his first gift when he was a child? It was the entire Roman
like the Trojan Roman armies.
Exactly, with Clark believing that it was a toy, and Lex going, no, it wasn't. It was something for strategy.
Yeah. So
it's all their reference. Even their home is just covered in weapons.
Medieval weapons and shit. And then, so, of course, Lex is like, stay out of my personal business, Dad. But Dad's like, yeah, well, I would if it wasn't affecting my company, idiot.
If you leave me, you are truly alone.
Yep, exactly. And he will be. And, of course, we got eavesdropping Hardwick over here.
Seriously, Nosy Rosie Jr. over here.
This part, bro. She gets caught by Amy, who's walking around. She's like, oh, sorry, didn't mean to start you. Sorry, I didn't mean to. And what does she say? She walks away clear as day. You don't deserve him?
Okay.
What the hell was that?
Okay, I even put in my notes, what is wrong with this girl?
Freak.
What the hell?
I didn't understand. Like, oh, sorry,
by
didn't
the way,
mean to.
She also is, this is where I have a problem with something else. And granted, we don't know how old Amy is, but she's still in high school. They're freshmen, so she has to at least be that.
That's true.
Amy going up and catching Victoria in the act of eavesdropping, you would think she would be able to use that against her.
Yeah.
Instead, Amy is surprised that Victoria turns around and sees her. What?
What did you expect? She
Yeah.
lives in the house, bro. She's
You're
either in
gonna
there.
see
She's
her.
either in there or out there. You know
And
what I mean?
then
Like,
she walks away and, to your point, just screams, you don't deserve him. Okay, go outside, Amy.
timeout.
It's time for you to stay in your own home. You need to get out of here.
And of course, her reaction to all this doesn't even add up. She goes and throws a tantrum, going past her brother, going back to her room. Brother's like, hey, what's wrong? And he's like, what do you think?
It's her. It's always her.
Oh my god. Like, what
Nobody-
did she even do?
She doesn't do anything.
Victoria did nothing.
And the only thing
If anything,
Victoria's...
you kind of stepped in on Victoria's personal space.
Here's the issue that I have also. She is mad at Victoria for just being there, not mad at Victoria for trying to screw over Lex.
Right.
You have a legitimate reason of actually hating her, and in fact, Amy, you have no reason because yours makes no sense.
Amy sucks.
Amy sucks.
Yeah.
Amy is the weird girl. I take
Alright.
her diary too.
Oh, and so where are we now, Taylor? We get the scene of a lifetime.
Alright.
We get opening in on Lana's house, Nell's house, and they're on the porch. They're planning their blood drive, and they are done planning. So what do they do now? They talk.
Alright, pretty much I
They
had to
talk.
rewind this scene about 5 times because
Man.
I loved it so much. Where after they realize that they're finally done with being able to plan everybody's time, this is now where Clark is having to say, I am afraid of needles, and I do not want to be able to give blood. Please hide my secret.
Oh, she loves it.
Of course, because he's telling her something finally.
Vulnerability.
And it's to going back to Jonathan's point, you don't always have to tell the truth,
Mhm.
which she got an answer, which is all she truly cared about.
Yeah.
Isn't that all that matters?
Yeah.
Give her something,
Yeah,
Clark.
don't be shady.
I'm pretty blown away though, where they are done, and now Lana is reacting, saying, "Clark, you're a lifesaver." What I love is that it's Clark then trying to ask Lana, "Why do you do these things?" Lana's trying to say, "I'm just wanting to discover my place in the world."
Yep.
Clark's response to it is rather strange because he says, "I can't." She says, "I can't thank you enough." He says, "It's great cause. How can I not help?"
Ask Whitney.
He's I don't know where he's been lately. You know what, Lana? If you really want to thank me, don't mention Whitney.
Whitney who? Whitney who? This is what I've been saying, bro. Like, hey, shh. Whitney, who's that? I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I put in my notes the moment he says, if you really want to thank me, you won't mention Whitney. I put, is he allowed to say that? Is he
Whitney
allowed,
who?
Is he allowed to get away with that?
Dude, it's very ballsy. It's so ballsy.
It could go 2 different sides. Now, here's my other thing, though. Because he's put so much work in helping her with the blood drive,
Right.
does that then give him the out to be able to say this type of line?
It's because he's been there. I say yes. He's been there, bro.
Okay, but here's also my issue with what Clark says right here. If you really want me, he just said, and that's why I wanted to point out everything that he said. That's why I went through the lines. Don't yell at me, fans. The reason why I wanted to point out line by line is because he said, "Oh, I just wanted to do it for a good cause." And then she says, "Well, thank you for doing that."
Yeah.
Well, Whitney, if you really want to thank me, Lana, you won't bring him up. I thought you were doing this for a good cause, Clark. Why are you now wanting to backtrack where it seems like you only did this to hang out
Her
with
reaction
me?
is a little weird, too.
What?
It's like, oh. Oh, Clark, okay.
You know why? It's because she gives him the approval to say that line.
And she says, fair enough.
That.
If you didn't have a shot with someone, they wouldn't even say that.
Oh my lord. His door swung open. Clark,
Dude.
the door is open.
You know how you gotta put your foot in the company door, bro? That's the company door right there.
You know what she said? She said, you know what, Clark? Maybe, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit tired. Maybe you should come back later. Clark swings the door open. You're not tired.
Whoa, what are we getting into, Taylor? That's a very big step. We skipped like maybe 10 steps.
That's how we're doing? That's how this scene was going with.
We're going into the last duel area? You're pulling some Adam Driver
I
stuff?
thought that's what we were going with.
Yeah. Leave us! Now leave us!
Sorry.
I am here now.
I'm sorry.
LeKent, I am LeKent. And so we have, of course, she says, fair enough. And then Clark brings up, hey, didn't you ever think about how my dad and your aunt used to date? Confirmation, first off, and now it makes sense why she was being all, ooh, Jonathan, at the flower shop in the first episode. Do you remember that?
Of course I remember. I said they were obviously sleeping together at one point. That was too easy. We've already said Nell was the confirmation that the Lang women then make the Clint men have weaknesses.
Kent men, dude.
I said Kent men.
Clint.
Kent men, Clint men, Kent.
But yeah, so the Langs have some weakness there, bro. So yeah, Nell doesn't really talk about it much. Clearly, she got her heart broken by Jonathan.
She did, which means though that he chose Martha over Nell,
and that's why they don't like each other.
And it's probably because Jonathan was having an affair with Nell while he was dating Martha.
And that's why Nell was like, I'm gonna get with the person Jonathan hates most. A Luthor.
Boom.
A Luthor.
We are following the pattern.
I'm gonna feed your theory, dude.
Keep feeding it, because it always has to go back to that, because it makes the most sense of everything that's occurred. Where Jonathan even being with Nell while he was with Martha makes sense, because Nell's then choose me, not her.
Right.
He chose Martha. Nell then had to go and find something else. She was heartbroken. What better way to get over somebody if an 18-year-old kid then comes and hits on you?
She had the old bull. Now she wants the young calf.
It's the full cycle.
And so after they talk about this story and mention how, and Clark just slowly starts smoothing his way in there, like, I'm glad, we got close and remained close.
It's interesting though that she says this, which is, you're not always there when you're wanted, but you're there when you need him.
Yeah, when we need you.
But he's not.
Not really.
He was not.
Remember
there
when he
for
ditched the date?
I was gonna say he's ditched you now several times, which is why you have gone back to Whitney, because he even asked, and when he was standing in the hallway, why do you pick Whitney? And she said, because he's always there when I need him.
Where's Whitney?
Where's exactly?
But hey, let's think about, did he not make up for it with his drive-in gift?
Well, the driving gift is so solid.
And that was when he was needed.
Yes, and Clark for the past few episodes has been there, especially the blood drive, because Whitney has been letting her down, which we cannot forget. Whitney hasn't been there, so she left the door cracked. Clark has swung the door open, and now I'm hoping he's going to be able to take advantage in the scene where he then turns to her. They get closer and closer to each other, where she even starts saying out loud everything that's going on in her head, because what she's doing is reasoning on why she should kiss him.
Yep. And she's saying, yeah, you're the one who's helping me with the blood drive. And of course, Clark's like, I am.
And you've been here.
You've been
I
here.
I have.
It's like, you're always there who listens.
Yeah.
I do. I do listen. And bro, they reach in, and my God.
And they both say, yeah.
You're the one who's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dude, it's so close. And who ruins it? No! Damn it! No! Why?
What are you doing to us?
And she has a thing for the Kents, obviously, because she hates the Kents now.
Yeah, but here's the other side to that. She knows how the Kemp boys are. So she would never trust a Kemp boy.
Cock blocking Nell, man.
That's...
First Pete with the shower, now Nell at the porch.
Okay, Pete with the shower. Okay, this was close. The Pete with the shower thing wasn't close.
Hey, If you just disrupting any conversation for a shower with your boy, that's a cock block. Also, potentially weird.
Hey, let's go shower!
And so, yeah, Nell comes out here. It's like, oh, Clark, hey, do you have the time? And, of course, Clark's
I love Clark's smart-ass response, though.
Like,
no,
no.
but I'm guessing it's a little late, or it's too late.
Smart kid. It smiles, smirks. No.
They were so close.
Dude, and
Okay.
Lana was so about it, bro.
Okay, this is easily my favorite part in the entire episode.
Where Clark then asked Lana as she walks away, have you ever seen a sunset from my loft? Yes? He doesn't know what to... The moment she says yes to him, he goes, oh shit, oh no, when was this?
He's like, whoa,
when did she
whoa,
see,
whoa,
wait,
whoa,
oh no,
hold
where
up.
do I
Yo,
go?
Was I
Oh,
there?
no, what?
Yo, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, it's like, damn, was I there? Was I probably either high as hell, doesn't remember it, or he actually wasn't there because everyone likes to show up in his barn.
He was really like, oh no, where do I go?
Yes, and it's like, yeah, I mean, you know, what does she say here?
No, she says that doesn't mean that I can't see it again because
Well, that's the great thing about sunsets.
they're all unique. Yes.
So she slides it even, she cracks it even more, dude. She cracks it even
There
more.
is no crack, the door is wide open.
Okay, well, she took off the lock then.
No.
No, she took off the lock.
No, the door...
Just in case it happened to shut by accident.
Stop it. The door is open right now. The only reason why the door closed because the door has a curfew.
And he asked her, would you like to come over tomorrow and watch it? And she said, I'd love to. Dear God.
Have you ever seen a sunset? Yes.
Oh no.
Lex!
Oh no.
Lex, where are you?
Oh no.
And so now we have... Okay, this pissed me off. Now... Okay, we go to the next scene, right, after the porch. We get to Smallville High. We're walking down the stairs. We got Pete and Clark. And Pete is, for some reason, saying, oh, I bet your stomach was in knots the whole time when you're talking to Lana. Dude, no, I'd be writing my script right now. You know what? I'll give you some pointers. I'm sorry, what? Why are you giving me pointers?
He writes an article, Joseph.
It's
Obviously,
5 weeks old now.
Pete knows exactly what he's doing. What do you mean it's 5 weeks old? Oh, damn it. No, he's wrote something new, right?
No. No, cool. So we are on 10. 5 episodes ago, bro.
All right, listen. Pete still had the most popular article. That's why it's still being published.
Is it popular or pathetic?
People love it.
My God. Clark, if anything, don't take notes because you gave us the drive-in.
Hold on, though. Pete has a valid point, and here's why he has a valid point. He says, Clark, you need to be able to prepare what you're going to be able to say to Lana.
That's a good point.
Clark, no, Pete, I got this. I'm more of a fly-in type of guy. Pete, no, you're not a fly-in, idiot. And you know what? I love that response because last night you didn't even know she saw a sunset, okay? So I don't want to hear your crap right now, Clark.
Sunset?
Like, what are you talking about? You need to write it down. You need to know.
And don't you love that reference? You're not the flying type, obviously.
I do love...
Yeah, by the way, Pete's looking out for him, though.
He really is. He really is. But also, I'm not taking pointers from Pete. I'm not doing it.
He wrote the most popular
No, I think I'll
article.
play it by ear. You know, yeah, whatever. Nah, look, Clark, I'm going to give you some pointers, man. I had this limo one time, bro. You have no idea. Oh, God damn it, Pete. You
And
idiot.
Clark gave him the limo.
Lana gave him the limo. If anything, Lana.
All right, fair, yes. In the end, Lana was the one that gave it up.
You know what Clark gave? Magic.
He's come a long way.
He
He's come a
he
long way
his
for
own
magic.
deck of cards.
He's come a long way.
So now they separate and we're going to the locker and Clark notices that Whitney is being approached by a counselor of the school. And hey, Whitney, I heard about, your mom told me what's going on.
I hate this scene.
Why?
This is a total intrusion of privacy. This is a total crossing so many boundaries for me because Whitney is approached by a counselor where everybody seems to be concerned because Whitney's not acting himself.
Yeah.
Whitney then, counselor walks away, come see me. Whitney then trips over where his things fall out of his bag. What's the one thing Clark goes and picks up?
And looks at it, the prescription bag. And then Whitney's
Like,
pissed. Doesn't
dude,
even say
get
anything.
out of here.
Yeah.
Why would
And he says, you're welcome. Like, dude.
Why? You're not doing him any favors, you ass.
You picked up one thing.
And you picked
And he
up
still
the-
had to pick it up.
And you picked up the lightest thing too, and you were also invading his privacy, reading off of it.
Yeah. And It's
and what
weird.
does he do? What does he do here, Joseph? He then crosses the line even further.
Checks him out.
He then checks it out, and granted, I get you're trying to be the hero in this situation, but this is where, for me, you're trying to look for a reason not to do something with Lana.
It's true.
Where you're trying to be able to catch yourself up. I don't know if
And he does acknowledge that. He does acknowledge that.
I don't
later
know
on.
if it is, though, looking out for him, because it's also weird that Whitney has a pill bottle, sure. Whitney then is taking medication, whatever. Like, everybody could be, he could have a cold, he could have a headache, he could have something. But to then read it with your x-ray vision, to then go and look it up later so that you can see what his problem is, what are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, I know he checked, the pills out, but who's to say he wasn't checking out his ass? Hey, look, if you had the ability, you're not gonna be like, hey, what's Lana really got going over here? What's the competition? What's the competition? What's going on? You telling me he didn't sneak a look, bro? Telling me Clark wouldn't sneak a look?
No.
After that shower comment, he was all down for the showers. Why wouldn't he be down for a sneak peek of some ass?
Because Pete's not guiding him.
He'd probably be like, I've already seen Whitney's ass. I saw it in the shower.
No, he probably saw it through his telescope.
X-ray through the telescope, dude? Damn, bro. He's looking at no, bro, if anything. He's like, hey, Dad, you're not knowing what you're missing. What? What?
You're crossing too many lines.
Alright, so, all jokes aside, that scene's over. Yes, he checked out the pills. Total invasion of privacy.
Invasion, I hated it.
It's crazy. And so he obviously looks up, it's heart medication.
We have Clark looking it up, where once again we are at your favorite place, the Beanery.
Oh my god.
Amy now is walking up to Clark. Dude,
Hi, Clark.
This girl needs to stop.
Dude.
Because she then
Even Clark looks at her like she's a freak.
She's like, what are you even doing right now? And the weird part is, she keeps talking about Victoria.
Everything was
Lex.
fun until Victoria got there. What kind of shit? What?
And she's like, what do you think of her? Well, I don't know her that well. Well, I saw her. She was looking through Lex's things, and I saw her when she was in his room. Well, what were you doing in Lex's bedroom? She didn't see me. I was just helping my mom.
Helping your mom do what? As far as I know, it seems like she only clips roses. What is your mom doing in there? Clipping sheets?
By the way, why would they be in the house?
Why?
Aren't they gardeners?
That's the worst excuse.
Are they gardeners?
I don't know. We have no idea
No,
what
we
they
already
do.
said they are there to be his picture family that he could just look at. It's like a piece of art.
Yeah.
But the problem is, they're not maids. So why would they be in his bedroom?
I don't get it, dude. It makes no sense. And plus, Lex is probably not making the kids do anything. It's only gonna be the parents.
Jeff, go clean my toilet.
Yeah,
now.
what the hell? Like,
Jeff, if I look at my toilet and I see another mark, I swear.
Amy, bring me cognac on the hour.
On ice.
Yeah. I don't want that warm shit. This is the Luthor Mansion. We're cold. Anyways, Amy sucks. She's a freak. Clark clearly knows this. He's looking at her like, okay, Amy, you're weird.
Yeah, Amy, go away.
Yeah, I'm leaving the Beanery. I'm out of here. And so now, after that, we got the mansion back. Victoria getting ready for a bath.
This is like a 30-second scene of her getting undressed and getting into the bathtub. I don't know what this scene is supposed to serve. I'm not going to lie to you. You could probably cut this entire scene out unless the director was like, all right, so we're going to have a bath scene. Well, why? Can we do it so? Nope.
She's
bath
dirty.
scene.
She's dirty. Y'all don't see it?
Put her in the tub.
Tom, bring the telescope from the show. We got to see how dirty she is.
You know what? We're going to make sure.
Also, is this a little much for TV?
This is all we've gotten, really. Remember Lana at the X-ray scene.
Well, that's true too, and this is at least an older woman that we have.
That's true. That's true.
But this is also a very bizarre
I don't know if you were noticing when watching. Were you hearing the bath moaning?
I thought I was hearing somebody doing like some
don't
type
think it
of
was-
noise, and that's why I thought she turned. It's because she heard somebody.
But see, the thing is, you're not going to hear a moan outside the door. Why is there a moan outside the door? Why is she moaning in the bathtub?
Who is moaning?
I think it's Victoria moaning.
Do you think she's moaning Myrtle?
Oh, shit.
You think that's what's...
Moaning Myrtle. Maybe she is. I don't know.
Now, Clark walks into Lex's office, where he's like, hey, I'm not here to see you. I'm here to see Victoria. Why would you say that, Clark? Why can't you at least lead into something? Your first response to it is so ridiculous.
I swear he's high half the time,
Like,
dude.
why would you
I don't
ever-
want to believe he's dumb because he's Superman. You kind of have to be smart a little bit. I understand you're 14, but at 14, you're probably smoking pot. And also, unannounced visit. Oh, you're here to see Victoria? That's stupid.
Yeah, and he's like, is there a problem, Clark? Well, last night when I was in here, I saw her, and he can't even say it, and Lex has to actually finish it, where he's saying, oh, she was going through my computer, she was looking at my files. Clark's shocked. Hey, how'd you know? This is our game of chess that we're playing, Clark. We do this all the time. Again, I just don't think that he's winning at
Lex
chess
kind of
here.
full of shit here.
Like, he is full of it. You have sacrificed all of your big pieces, and you have pawns, and you are the king left. You have nothing else, Lex.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who you're trying to fool here, but it's not me.
Right.
You are losing to Victoria. She's in your bathtub,
Yeah.
moaning.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I literally put bath moaning. Like, is the water moaning? Is it just making weird sliding sounds as you're getting in? But as Clark and Lex are talking, Clark opens up. Found out that there's a prescription medication for Whitney. Something's going on with Whitney right now. And Lex knows the medication because his mother was on it before her surgery. And it kind of goes sad again.
Well, no, it actually goes into what I feel like is maybe the best scene that I've watched, where this is where he is now explaining the watch, where it is a Napoleon Frank, and Clark is now asking him what's the significance of that. And he says, have you ever seen the Napoleon coronation by David? And he says, no, because why would he? He's not an art manager.
Yeah, right.
But Lexington explains that Napoleon had it commissioned, where it was about his coronation, and he wanted David to be able to paint his mother.
Because she wasn't actually there.
Because she wasn't able to be there, so he wanted her to be, or wanted the artist to be able to paint her as the middle piece.
Yeah. And so that was the gift to Lex from his mom because she knew it was getting close that she would die.
So she wasn't able to be there physically, but he was able to bring her there by pure will.
Ah, there you go.
And that is what I love, and that's where you get the true significance of the watch, because, to your point, she knew she wasn't there, so she gave her son the last thing that she would ever be able to give him, which goes back to Amy taking that fucking watch. Oh my God.
She's a freak!
The moment I heard this story and I said I said, let's kill her. You know what, Lex? I'm going to kill her for you. We're going to get that watch back together.
I have a gun in my room. I'll bring it out. We'll kill him together.
Boom. Bang. Done.
Clark, you just don't get it, do you? But anyway, so it's a really awesome story.
It's a really great story.
Napoleon story is so awesome. He's like, and Clark is like, that's a good story. That's a really good story. And Lex goes, it's a good watch.
Love the line.
Man, he loves that watch.
Oh,
he loves it.
No, dude. that's a part of him. I love that.
Like, I bet you
doesn't
so even wear it that often, but dude, he just wants to know it's okay.
Well, no, I mean? It's two things. He probably, I'll put it this way, he looks at it every day.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's he doesn't wear it, but he looks at it. He knows exactly where it is at all times.
We're back in the bathtub.
We're back in the bathtub.
And Victoria's like, oh, Lex, are you there? And now we get the Hollow Kid. Oh, we're pushing you down.
Way, showing a lot.
Very.
Showing a lot when it comes to TV. And that's what I meant. Like, is this too much?
Bro.
They are showing a lot whenever he's dragging her underwater because there's no bubbles to not, like, hide anything. They're truly just blurring it. This is WB.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have Clark hearing the glass break in the bathtub. He's like, oh, wait. Has to go up there. Is this a peeping Tom moment?
No, because this is a very nice moment because he peeps at nothing. He truly grabs her and then covers it up. The only thing I hate about it, she goes, and she's fine.
I'll say you what, he's not really smart because he laid it on broken glass.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, dude, just when you want to go for Clark, dog, like, that's my bro. I swear he does dumb shit.
I also have an issue with, oh no, never mind. It would make sense on why he was able to be kicked so hard.
Yeah.
I'm going to take back on
that's
why
right,
I had a
because we're
problem.
going to get an explanation.
We do get an explanation of it.
I love that he laid her on glass, though.
And you see how the X-ray vision was going in and out a little bit? It seemed like a little hazy.
I did, and I didn't understand that.
Well, because, of course, it's not... the explanation, of course, what we'll go to, whatever's being used is not as potent as, a rock, as the actual rock, the mineral.
But what I don't like about it is, in a way, it's going in and out, but he's able to see kryptonite in other people, like with Tina.
Yeah.
That's the only thing So he's able to see kryptonite if it's in somebody's body. I mean, we're going to be able to see that in other episodes, too, so that person going in and out because they have that on him, I don't know.
It's a little weird. They wouldn't at least show like some type of hue, a little color.
Or like even like an outline of him or something.
Right,
and,
right.
Yeah, I don't think it would go in and out because it wouldn't be invisible to his X-ray.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying the fact that it's going in and out because of what it's made of, which of course is kryptonite. That's why it's going in and out because it's not as potent, so he's a little weak. Like that's why the X-ray vision seems to be going in and out, like it's a flashlight going out. The battery's dull.
I think you're full of shit.
Yeah, I just go kill myself. And so after that scene,
with Amy,
Amy, come here, bring the watch. And so we're back at the torch, and of course we're talking about with Chloe and Clark here being investigators once again. Chloe, the genius she is like getting told the story. So, and the guy in the bathroom, or the person in the bathroom, was invisible. I'm confused, and so Clark brought the glass with the blood and whatever that was on it, and so we get shown of what is, I guess, on the glass where it was stepped on, and it's some type of literally looks like green goo cream.
It looks like the goo from Fat Girl episode,
yeah,
where she was drinking at the beginning of the scene. It looks exactly like that, which I actually thought it was the same substance.
And then so of course it's on Chloe's fingers,
which is actually kind of cool, by the way. I do like this scene.
It's very cool, and all of a sudden after a couple seconds it shows parts of her fingers being vanished, like invisible. So it's like, what the hell? And so she wipes it off with tissue, a rag, whatever, and immediately she can see her fingers again. So it's clearly some type of cream, lotion, oil, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But we do get the explanation, of course. But so now they're still talking about it.
Well, it
like, has to be an invisible person.
Well, yeah, how can you report an invisible person to the police? How can anybody be able to believe something like that? And so they're now figuring out, though,
who has a problem?
Yeah, who would do something like that to Victoria? Well, who?
Amy was talking like a damn weirdo at the beanery earlier.
She approached me and she's never done that before and asked me what I thought about her, so I'm going to say Amy.
Amy is the winner!
He solved the crime for once.
Oh
it
my
took him
God.
a while, and Chloe even gives him like a high five.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Yeah. Yeah, Chloe's kind of disappointed.
She figured it out in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then, of course, Clark, for some reason, shows off a crazy good memory, even though he's an idiot.
What the hell was this?
Yeah, 345, Station B. That's where Amy will have her blood drive. What?
That's not
all
math.
I know. Yeah, I know there's numbers in there. Maybe a letter.
Yeah,
maybe a letter, but,
What? I guess
you're trying to say he spent so
Amy?
much time planning it. He cared so much helping to plan it. Maybe that's why.
Oh, so you're saying that he was so caught up in it? So if I'm paying attention to the girl that I like, and I'm 14 years old and I'm helping her, I'm going to pay attention to my job so that I could do really well at it. I'm not going to pay attention to her.
I don't get it.
I'm 14. All right? Like, I'm not understanding this.
And so, love this. Oh, you got a freakishly good memory. I'll get the blood type on the broken piece of glass and check it against Amy's. Also, how's she going to do that?
Well,
she a nurse? She a doctor or something? She can test the blood?
Hold on. Chloe's got the hookups, man.
How?
Because she has been on the torch for 7 years. She has been able to have the sources, have the eyewitnesses, have the reporting, so that she knows who to contact.
A 14-year-old freshman. 7 years ago, she was 7.
Yeah, that's
what connects?
She started the torch with crayons.
This was my treehouse.
It was just a fire.
Oh my God. And so, yeah, Clark's like, hey, call me later. And what'd she say?
Top of my speed dial.
And of course, she realizes how, like, giddy she just got. She's checking him out.
She checked him out. I was going to say, I just wanted to do this real quick here, because she checks him out.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever Clark walks away, she does an up-down.
She didn't do no sniff, like Lana did.
Well, no, Lana had...
Bye, Clark. Top him.
You should take it all in.
Yeah, and then so we have Clark going back in the building.
And who does he see
He's
in the cafeteria?
By himself.
Whitney. And
Whitney.
this is where we now figure out, because Clark, once again, this is an invasion, dude.
It is an invasion.
This is so much.
But he knows Whitney needs a bro, and Whitney doesn't clearly have bros, man.
Why? He has an entire football team. He's the quarterback. Wouldn't somebody be his best friend? Or is it because he's such an asshole that he doesn't have any friends?
Maybe he lost his Letterman and they're mad at him.
Oh, maybe all the guys that cheated on the test with Coach were all, like, expelled.
At the alternative high school.
Once you're expelled from alternative high school, there's no school for you.
Jesus. And so, yeah, Clark, mainly his
Only
whole
prison.
And Clark, his only thing is, I don't want to take advantage of Lana because Whitney is actually going through something, and I'm just going to find out what. And this is where he finds out.
Hold on. Let's touch on that. Let's touch on that real quick. Because we actually did not acknowledge that before with him and Lex talking. Because Clark then says, I feel like I'd be taking advantage of Lana and the situation if I were to pursue her right now when I have my opening.
Yep, and Lana doesn't even know what's going on with Whitney.
Exactly.
And Whitney won't talk to anyone, so it just feels...
It doesn't feel right.
Doesn't feel good. Yeah, it's of course, and I don't like how Clark's approach is to this.
It's really, but
it's invasive.
To your point, though, I don't think it's the only. You can only approach Whitney in this type of manner.
That's true, because he's aggressive himself.
Yeah.
So Clark had to be like, "Hey,
wake
up, idiot!"
He'll walk away from you immediately. So, best bet is just to be as forward as possible. But what I love though is Whitney is not even really acknowledging about the Lana and Clark thing. He mentions it a little bit, saying, "Are y'all really friends?"
Yeah.
But Whitney's not really caring about it because Whitney's got his own shit going on, which is where we figure out the pills in the bag. This is where we figure out it's for his dad.
It's his dad. He's been in Metropolis all week. He has some type of condition going on.
And again, it could be the same thing that Lex's mother had.
Yep.
And that's why Clark is now kind of realizing it being more emotional for him.
Like, dude, tell Lana you have the most unbelievable girl in the world. You don't even know it. Of course, Whitney gets mad, but he realizes, hey, maybe Clark's right.
Well, in a way, Whitney's calling her weak, and all Clark says is that she's stronger than you think. You need to be able to give her that chance, which, I mean, to be valid with Whitney here, I mean, Lana did lose both of her parents, so with Whitney having his own parents' issues, it's more like, I mean, how would I even want to bring that up? Why would I even want to say that? That's...
and you get where he's coming from.
Yes, and Whitney has a very valid thing. My only problem with what Clark did with it, it's too invasive. It's too much being over the hero.
Right.
Where you're going, like, super, like, it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should have been handled a little bit better. This is where you just can see Clark is too good even for himself.
It's true. And you got to appreciate the fact, too. You get it for where it's coming from Whitney and Clark's argument there. But, so after that, when he's left, like, thinking, yep, I probably should go talk to her. Clark is back again at the beanery. That's 3 times this episode.
I mean, there's no point for him to be in the beanery right now. It's not like him and Lex had cell phones.
No.
There's no point for him to be here.
You know Clark don't have no cell phone.
What are you talking about? They can't afford it?
He probably has like a cornstalk imitation of a cell phone.
Farm life?
Yeah. And so Lex and Clark, and he's like, I'm assuming you're talking about the quarterback. He's like, his father's sick and blah, blah, blah.
Lex, what I love. Oh, yeah, I would still do it.
Yeah, but that's what I like about you,
Clark.
Clark.
That's what I like about you, Clark.
You wouldn't.
Yeah,
you wouldn't.
You're not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so amazed by polar opposites. Amazing. And so,
well,
do what makes you feel good.
Now, let me ask you, Joseph, would you continue to pursue?
If I found out that information? No.
Yeah. Now, would you go as far as to find out that information?
Probably not.
So...
Because first off, I hate the guy. I would hate the guy.
I hate the guy, so I'm not going to go in that depth. And that's what I said. I go, you know what? See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I'm not looking at you. You're not looking at me. I'm going to go over here and watch a sunset with your girl. I'll see you later.
Hashtag man ain't shit. Yeah. And who do we have show up in the middle of their conversation? Amy the Freak Palmer.
Get out. Just go. I even put in the notes the moment she walked up. Go away.
I saw your car outside, so I thought I'd come and say hi. Bitch, you followed him.
I saw you outside. I thought I'd come say hi. Don't you live in his backyard?
Yeah.
Don't you see him every day?
Yeah, she can't get enough.
Amy, go away.
And what it's crazy. Clark gets the audacity to X-ray right here, and he sees, what does he see? The Napoleon Frank watch on her wrist.
All right.
Tell me you wouldn't just like, hey, what's on your wrist, Amy?
I'm not doing this right now with you. You know why? Because you said that Clark was checking out Whitney. So if he was checking out Whitney, then he's trying to check out Amy.
Fine.
Ugh.
He's disgusting. He disgusts me.
Oh God.
Just picking and choosing, man. You're a perv, dude.
Tom the perv.
Tom, peeping Tom, dude. Anyways, would you not just give it away? Hey, Amy, you got a new watch? I would so pull some shit like that.
Well, no. I'd actually be like, hey, Amy, do you have the time? And see, because her wrist is completely covered on her left hand with her sleeve. So if you were to say it and be like, oh, no, I don't have a watch. Hey, can you roll up your sleeve then?
Dude, she would run out so quick.
She would run out so quick, and then you immediately look at Lex and be like, I got her.
She has your watch.
The problem is Clark doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Instead, Clark then essentially just tells Lex, I think I have a theory. I'm wondering if you're going to buy into this theory. It's really, really obvious that Amy is the villain. And once again, why is Lex so delusional to her?
There's a Papa Roach poster in the back there.
What?
There's a Papa Roach poster in the back, bro. My boy Lex rocks out, dude. That's his favorite shirt.
That's at the Beanery. That's not his poster.
Cut my life into pieces at the Beanery, bro.
Oh my God.
That's right, dude.
So you're saying
shout out my boy Bug Boy.
I don't want to get into this.
So yeah, and of course Lex is like, Victoria's not that bad, Amy. You should probably just get to know her. Oh, I never thought that. And then just walks away because it's awkward.
Yeah, and Clark then completely suspects it. So Clark tells Lex where now they are showing to the next scene where they are in Amy's room.
At the mansion.
Or who I like to say, Helga from Hey Arnold.
Dog. Helga from Hey Arnold, bro. That's exactly right. Shrine like Hey Arnold, bro.
Yes.
Look right there. And what article does she have cut out? When he robs the bank from X-Ray. Tina, bro.
I'm sorry, I'm going back to the cell. I put Helga's room. It's Helga's room.
Shrine like Hey Arnold, bro. Look at that right here on my notes, dude.
Oh my God, I love it so much. Where it's the creepiest thing because what is this?
Dude,
why is it even out in the open?
Yeah.
It's like your mom or somebody or even Jeff would see this, right?
Well, Jeff already knows clearly. He doesn't care.
Jeff should care. If your sister's making this, Jeff, this is where you should have put up the big red flag.
Dog, even has a picture of him as a boy with hair. That is a freak!
Where does she get... You know, it'd be great if she then colored, like, the rest of his pictures with orange hair.
Oh my God.
And then she got it bad. She gave him, like, a wig for, like, Christmas or something. Oh my God.
I wanted it to look like your dad's.
Oh my.
I thought you'd like it. I know Victoria would never do this. Yeah, because she's sane.
You know what? They should have crossed more lines with Amy here. If you want to go Helga D. Pataki or whatever her name is, weird, we need to cross it even further.
Dude.
She should have gotten a piece of his gum that he spit out and then put it as like a face.
If I was the mom right now, I would be so embarrassed, dude.
Okay.
Oh my God.
If I'm the mom right now, I go and beat my daughter.
What are you doing, Jeff? Get out there!
I would beat her in front of Lex.
You knew about this? Oh my God. And so yeah, so there's clearly looking like, oh, looks like she's been collecting you. No shit, dude. She has a picture of him when he's a kid and he finds his watch. I'd be so pissed. Dude.
Wasn't she just wearing it?
Yeah.
Why was the watch there?
Why was it there?
How was it there?
She duplicated because she wanted one of her own.
Okay, that would just be weird. I don't even know how you'd be able to pull that off. What is she, a genius now?
She's a weirdo.
She is wasting her powers.
And so, of course, Lex is like, hey, she clearly needs something. I think it's best you get the hell out of my house.
Hey, I get it.
I'll get her some medical attention.
We're cool.
Just get the hell out of my house.
You're getting out. Oh, by the way, tonight. We're not waiting. You're getting out tonight.
Yeah, he's like, how about y'all leave tonight?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it's best.
Maybe if your daughter wasn't such a freak. All right.
Joseph.
Now we got the next scene after that. We're back at the barn. And this is the only thing that pisses me off right now.
He doesn't tell her.
No, that. But also, she says, you made it. I'm sorry. Whose barn are you in? Get out. Get out. I'm done.
Hold on.
Hey, go talk to your boyfriend.
Stop.
You made it. Oh, God.
Stop. Alright.
This is my barn, idiot.
Stop. I'm not going to let you ruin this scene for me.
That's my only complaint.
I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow it.
My only complaint.
So, Clark has never always been there on time.
True.
So, this is where
She's
he didn't
very
make
happy.
it at once. Yes. Once again, he is finally showing that he is going to be there for her. She is in a very vulnerable state. They're watching the sunset where, to your point earlier, she's immediately ready.
Dude.
She is immediately ready to go.
And she's like, what do you think about it? And he looks straight at her, not even looking at the sky, the sun. He says, I think it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. God, Clark, why do you do this to us, bro?
No, he's there. He's there.
I know, but
yeah,
it's like, dude, you
there.
say these things and you're reeling me
you're
back
there,
in.
yes.
But remember when you put Victoria on the glass? My God, bro.
No, you're there.
I love and hate him. I love and hate him.
We're going to bring him back.
And then
he's coming back.
He's coming back. And then Lana's just like, oh my God, yes, Clark. Hey, the other night on the porch, I feel like you were trying to tell me something. No, idiot. I was trying to kiss you.
Stop. I'm not going to let you call her an idiot here. I'm not. Only because this is... Bro, she is old. We're talking like the door being down. The wall is down. The wall of the home is down. And she
it looked like you were going to tell me something on the porch. What was he going to tell her, Taylor?
Nothing. She is getting closer to his face right now. She is like this, leaning in, saying, you were going to tell me something. Waiting for him to start leaning in, because the thing that she wants him to tell her is your tongue in my throat. That is what she wants right now. And he is...
What were you going to tell me? That my lips taste good?
What? Yes! Like, come on!
And so they have also horribly fake sunset in the back.
It doesn't matter. It's beautiful.
Anyway, so yeah, he's like, I was, and then he's really thinking about it. You can tell he's thinking about, I really want to proceed with this.
Oh my God! And
she
steps
comes closer
forward,
and she's not here now. No one's here in our barn.
And then she's like, what I wanted to tell you, Lana, was Whitney.
And what did she even bring up? I thought you didn't want to talk about Whitney.
Oh my God. She even says it. She gives you an opportunity to take it back. She says, take back what you just said.
I know you would never, I would never hurt you, right? And she's like, yeah, of course.
Why doesn't he tell her?
Because apparently it would hurt her.
What would hurt her?
Why don't you take a shot? Why don't you take a shot?
Just take your shot, Clark. Just do it for me.
I'm losing my mind.
You know what? I would have at least appreciated a kiss on the cheek from him to her saying, go talk to Whitney. I would love that. I would say, Clark, you are the man. That was smooth. You are looking like a great guy. You're still showing her that you want her. That is what I'm talking about. What he does in this scene is close it off.
Dude.
He seems like that he is not only turning her down, but then stepping on it and saying, there is no shot for us to be together. What the hell are you doing? The wall was down!
And dude, talk about a scene that just gives the viewers blue balls like crazy, dude.
I got blue ball twice in this episode. At this point, I'm not even feeling good. I'm angry.
I'm throwing up.
I'm pissed.
I'm throwing up.
I'm so mad.
And she goes, I'm pretty strong. And of course, Clark, basically, we're just going to sum it up here because it just pisses us off at this point.
He doesn't say anything.
It's like, but I thought you didn't want to talk about Whitney.
He's so ambiguous on everything where he's just like, I just can't do this. This isn't right.
And dude,
I just think like we're moving too fast. Your friendship means the world. You're Whitney's girlfriend. I can't do this. I hope Whitney would be doing the same thing if it were him. I hope it's okay.
Dude, he's just too good for his own good, man. He's too nice for
his
his own good.
You're the one who stabbed yourself in the foot. You just had to look at the medication. You had to go talk to him in the damn cafeteria. Why not just mind your own business for what's in your life, Clark?
Mm-hmm. And now he's telling her, hey, just go talk to Whitney. He needs to talk to you. He needs you right now. And I don't want to lose our friendship.
She says that she gets it, but she doesn't because she's so disappointed because all she finally wanted was the Kent charm in her mouth. And he says no.
And she says, look, we missed it. And he doesn't even look. Because you know what? He didn't miss it. He got to see her.
What I love is that she does say that. Because what it is, the wall and the door are now back up.
We missed everything.
You missed your entire thing for everything to be there ready for you. And instead, you built the wall, you shut the door, and you said, I don't want to live here.
And then she just looks at him in disappointment and sadness and walks away. Goes and finds Whitney, most likely.
He doesn't just say it. She does. She immediately leaves the barn where she immediately is going to find Whitney.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course...
I need a breather.
And so, yeah.
I'm trying to relax. This episode, it gets me. Because now I'm back to gross-ass, weird-ass Amy.
Amy. God. And so... Yeah, we're back at the mansion. It's dark. It's nighttime. This is the family packing up, the Palmer family. And, of course, Amy is trying to plead her case.
I don't know.
I just wanted to feel close to you, Lex. Weirdo, get off me. Get off my property. No, get away from me. Like in Waterboy. He's like, I'm sorry, will you still be my friend? No. Get away from me.
It's also, too, I would actually have her escorted by an officer. Like, you're gonna get out of my home.
Hey, Deputy Ethan, I know you're kind of the worst cop in town. Can you come get this girl off my property?
Ethan probably said that he would, and he's still not there.
Yeah. And the mother's just trying to plead her case as well. I'm really sorry. It's like, hey, just don't worry about it.
Yeah, this has got to be Dad, though, packing it up. But
still not blonde.
Mom also says something really interesting. Jeff's still here packing up. Why is Jeff still here? I said for your entire family to get out tonight.
Yeah, I said Jeff's going to be packing the rest of things up.
And then the husband's going to come pick him up tomorrow.
So, as far as I remember, Lex Luthor said, all of y'all leave.
He didn't say leave Jeff. He said, all of you get the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
Where all of a sudden Lexington makes a phone call after everybody leaves.
I'd like to leave a message for Victoria Hardwick.
Phone taken out. Phone tossed. Here we go. We have the Invisible Man, where the mist and the fog then show through the wind, where we have that figure. Where, again, how is Jeff so strong where he punches Lex out immediately? What is this 14-year-old kid throwing haymakers?
It comes to the point. If you're not expecting something, you could probably get easily knocked out.
No, I'm not buying into that after seeing Jake or Jeff and what Jeff looks like. I'm not gonna buy into that. He's gonna knock you out with one punch.
Maybe. You're probably right.
Come on.
Maybe.
Lex has taken a few shots in his life.
Lex is pretty small too.
Lex has taken punches before.
Yeah, maybe so. From Lionel.
Oh my gosh. And Jonathan.
And so, of course, we're back at the farm. After the whole Lex fiasco, he's obviously knocked out.
Nosy mom.
Martha's here just checking up on Clark in the barn. Hey, why'd it go with Lana? Clearly, it went the way Martha most likely thought it'd go. You're an idiot, Clark. Stop trying to go after a girl with a boyfriend.
In a way, yes, that is what she is saying. Where now we have Clark saying, well, we decided that's better off to be friends. Martha acknowledging that's definitely for the best. Who walks in now, though?
Chloe.
Unannounced visit. And what I love is that Chloe immediately then comes back to then reveal the news on the blood examined because she has that hookup. She knows who to contact. She is the top reporter for the past 7 years.
A freshman is not getting blood database analytics, bro.
7 years. So she figures out, though, that the blood type is not Amy. So Amy cannot be the killer.
Mm-hmm.
But
we find out who's got that type.
Well, Clark, immediately when she says what blood type it is, Clark knows who that is on the list. Clark has the list in his hand, and he immediately knows who to look at. It's Jeff.
But look at Jeff. Her brother, he's always been so quiet.
Exactly. Practically invisible.
Hello, kid! It's been Jeff the whole time. And of course, who gets ditched as soon as she arrives?
And she's so devastated, but why is she devastated? What else would Clark do?
Why wouldn't she go with him, actually?
And Clark has always done that every time you've told him news, so what's anything as a surprise?
And also,
if you didn't want him to leave, just lie.
Why not even ask, hey, where are you going?
Can I come?
Yeah.
Can I sit front seat?
Driver's seat? On your lap? On your lap? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, passenger seat. That's what I said. And so we're back.
Dude, Lex
We're
just
back on
got
Lex.
the crap kicked out of him.
And he's tied up.
This
He's in
is
his
like
own
a
mansion.
war scene.
Dude,
This is Hollow Kid.
When Hollow
Yes.
Kid starts talking, Master Lex with his castle, his plan, his expensive cars.
I liked it.
He took a turn. I was
Yes.
like, this is awesome.
That's what I mean, is that every time we've had a good villain, they're taking a turn.
Yeah.
Where they give a little speech monologue where you're like, ooh.
And he goes, I'm surprised you even know my name. Did you forget the unspoken rule? Servants should be invisible. Dude.
It's fantastic with Jeff in this scene. And in fact, I wish
We tried to hide. Fade into the woodwork.
But that's what I mean, though, on why the Victoria Bat scene doesn't make sense. They should have had that.
That's true.
They should have had something along these lines with Jeff, like whispering. Like, if they had something like that, the Bat scene completely makes sense. Right now, I think the director, pervert!
Okay, all right. And so, but yeah, and he's like, but Amy wanted more, and I'm through pretending. He's like, oh, okay,
He's just
dude.
beating him. And I don't even know what he's planning on getting out of this besides, I'm just going to murder this man.
Right.
There is nothing else he is going to accomplish besides, he's dead. I'm going to kill Lex just because Amy doesn't feel okay and you kicked us out.
And of course he's like, yeah, that was me. I tried to drown Victoria. I'm just trying to scare her. I wanted everything back the way it was.
Which I was
And
even...
you're not interested in love.
I was even asking in my notes, why didn't Victoria die? Why didn't he try to kill her? And Jeff explains he wasn't trying to. Otherwise, he would have.
That's true. He just wanted to scare her.
Exactly.
Yep. She's a little young for me, Jeff's like, you ruined your life!
And then grabs the sword. How does he throw it this hard?
Dog. That sword has to be heavy, first off.
Exactly. And how does he spin it like it's an axe throw?
Dude, I don't understand, bro. And it literally barely misses him.
Barely misses.
Deadly precision there. And of course, we got Clark speeding over. And last I checked, he was putting on a jacket when he left the barn. Where's his jacket?
He was running so fast that the jacket flew off finally. That's what happened to him.
And so look, he's feeling weak. And so now we get an explanation, finally, of this kryptonite power. Are we going to go with power?
No. We are going to go because it is causing invisibility, but it's green roses.
It's green roses. So
Yes.
it's kryptonite chemistry, basically.
Yes.
It is basically what Jeff explains here. Some plants don't absorb light, they refract it. And these certain ones that we have, that we grew here, are obviously meteor infected. I made some oils out of them.
Yes.
I made a cream, I made an oil, whatever. So what do you want to call this? A kryptonite cream oil?
Okay.
Rosebud oil?
Kryptonite rose cream.
Kryptonite rose cream. All right.
That's what it has to be on the list
And
next,
also,
because it's definitely something.
Pretty awesome, man. What an awesome little thing. It's not a power.
Well,
It's like a gadget.
But it's like what we pointed out earlier in the episode. Joseph, they only show the flowers like twice.
That's true.
They
Actually, only show them once.
I think it's maybe in the background of like a little bit, but that's the only thing is where they truly only show them is the one scene where the mom turns around.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time you see that there are green flowers that she is clearly holding. Otherwise, they don't show it. They don't even show how it's made.
Yeah, it's weird because,
Yeah.
I mean, are we just supposed to believe this dude is a scientist? He can make all this shit?
Yeah, but we still don't know what the family does.
That's true, and which is pretty lazy. I feel
Yeah.
like. We need to know why they were there. I found a weird green rose on the ground, so I thought I'd do something with it. And, yeah, I used the oils to become what I've always been, invisible.
All right.
I love that.
We gotta look this up then, because it has to be because we're trying to answer the question of what was the light that was going on in the room. He was like refractive and reflecting the light. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with that.
So maybe the black light was refracting off him weirdly?
Weirdly in a different manner that then caused that where, I don't know, the door started to shake.
That's the only explanation we have.
Maybe they were shaking the door while it was happening and that's why it was such a bright light because the black light was shining through them.
Or because he was splattering paint everywhere, that it was like making impacts on the door, like he's brushing it, like hitting it over and over again, like hitting things, like trying to spell out words.
It's a great,
That's our only solid argument.
That's the only thing that explains the bright light, because otherwise everything that Jeff just said, and that's why I wanted to pause, everything he just explained when it comes to the flowers still does not make sense of that bright light that was going through in and out. Now we're having, though, what Jeff decides to do next. I'm not going to take it easy. Instead, I'm going to pick up a mace.
Yeah, I'm going to hit you across the face with it.
And you know what? This should probably kill you and not shatter. Oh, it shattered. What are you? Some type of freak?
That's right. I've heard Luthor talk about you. You're you're something
special.
special. And I
Well,
like
I'm
that.
special too.
Because I love how they throw those little things because in the background, Lex is always obsessed with Clark because he's trying to find him out. And Clark gets little things like, oh, Lex is still obsessed with me and things. And so, of course, what colors are they? That we have Clark basically throw Jeff to the pipes or whatever it is, gets knocked out, paint spills over him. What colors are they? Red and yellow.
Red and yellow.
Of course.
The crows.
And the crows.
It's the crows.
And Superman colors as well.
The crows are always there.
Fly with the crows.
That's why they're always signifying.
And so, yeah, and then the paint falls on him, and he's clearly knocked out. It's clearly Jeff, and story done. Villain done.
I enjoyed it. I just don't understand why he went all out on Lex, because this was the only outcome that you could have expected. Meaning, even if he did murder Lex, he was never going to get out of that mansion.
It's true.
You were already staying there, and your entire family knew that you were staying there. So with you being the only one left in the mansion, and Lex shows up dead the next day, there's only going to be one explanation, Jeff. It's you.
And what's crazy is that, man, I'm just wondering how Jeff turned himself invisible anyway. And Clark just goes, I don't know. But he knows.
He does know.
And why does he take that from Lex?
Because he heard what Jeff was saying, that I've heard Lex talk about you. So at this point, Clark is going to be Lex's BFF.
Right.
But he's not going to tell him anything if he doesn't have to. Damn. And this is one of the situations where he doesn't have to because Clark can play dumb.
Yep.
Because again, Clark's always been that dummy.
That's true.
Unless it's numbers and knowing people's blood types and knowing what time people need to give blood.
Okay, all of a sudden he's a memory genius. I don't understand. But yeah, so of course, Lex and Clark bonding over here like, dude, don't be... My mother always hated that room. Don't worry about the trash, whatever. I'm good. Head's good. And then, of course, that's really just the ending there. And now we get...
my God.
Course of nature.
God. All right. Full disclosure here, folks. Best ending of the series so far right now.
Really?
Yes. The drive-in is such a sweet moment for me personally.
Even with Hero Enrique Iglesias?
This scene hurt. I have never, and that's what I love. What you got to know about me.
It does hurt.
I love the love scenes, don't get me wrong. I love the happy endings. Mm-hmm. But if you want me to come crawling back, you need to hurt me. And this scene cuts me to the core. So not only do I have Course by Nature now playing in the background, where I'm flipping out because it's probably one of the best of all time songs I've heard, we then have a moment where Clark is staring through his telescope, where you obviously now have Whitney telling Lana the truth, where Lana is then hugging Whitney to show that they have now made up, or they are now back together. What I love is Clark then just being able to sit there with the music in the background, the telescope showing the reflection of them hugging, and you just see darkness because he's all alone. And that is where the title screen then rolls. I love it. It hurts. The man is in so much pain because he gave away his happiness because it was the right thing to do.
His only shot, and he just got to sit there and suffer in it.
The wall, the door, everything was down ready.
It's gone, man.
And he said, no, I need to be the better person, even if I am now going to be all alone.
And dude,
what
an ending, man.
Dude, that song, the last 5 seconds, I was completely crushed. I immediately sat there, dropped my notepad, and said, I can't wait for next week. Because I'm sold.
Dude.
Like, I'm just, wow.
You can see when it starts to really pick up.
Oh, yeah. This is amped up like no other.
Probably funding increased and everything.
Yes.
Dude, it's a solid episode. I'm going to give this one, I'll give it an 8.5, man.
Oh, wait. With ending, I got to go 8. I don't want to go 9 yet.
Give it a 9, dude. You know you want to give it a 9.
I'm going to say 8.8. 8.8.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say that because I don't want to go full 9 yet. But, damn, that ending. Course
then
by
we
Nature. I'm gonna go home right now and I'm gonna listen to Course by Nature on the way home.
The blue
And I'm
ball
just-
scenes, man.
Blue balls.
Dude. And all right, so let me get into the fun facts.
Yes,
here.
you have a lot of them. I can't wait.
do. So Rosenbaum and the Amy actress, who is Azura Sky, they played twins in this movie called Zoe Duncan, Jack and Jane.
I can't believe they're not twins here. They should have said that.
Yeah,
They
honestly,
should've.
Jeff and Amy should have been twins. Yeah, as far as we know, that we just know they're siblings. Troy actor, the dude who was being a bully at the beginning, he's in Batwoman season 2 as a corrupt cop.
I'm not watching that show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that show.
I'm not gonna watch that show.
No.
And it's because Batwoman should have been done so differently than what they have it as. And if you want to do that, just make a Batman Mystery of the Batwoman. Just copy and paste that and make it a detective. Just make it fun. It's not fun.
So get this. Jeff, the actor, who is Burkett Turton. We have the mom who was, I forgot, her name's like Glynis or something, and then Amy Azura Sky. All three of them appeared in Riverdale together.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
man.
nice.
Yeah, man.
I
And
love
also,
some Archie.
And also Jeff has been in The Flash. He played Sand Demon. He also played a small role in Jessica Jones.
Wait, season 1 Jessica Jones?
I believe... No, I think it might be
Okay,
2.
it doesn't count then for me.
I think it's
Season
2.
1 Jessica Jones. Oh my god, masterpiece. Thank you, Kilgrave. Jessica!
And then Amy actually was in... she was in Batman Beyond. Played Deanna in one episode. And played...
Wait, I know Deanna. Batman Beyond. Oh my god, oh my god.
That's Amy, dude.
This is gonna bother the crap out of me
And
now.
she was also a little girl in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Man, I need to go back and watch Buffy.
Was even in AHS too, man. It's crazy. Like they have a lot of these. I feel like a lot of these people are.
They're nerds.
Nerds.
That's what it is.
Also with the Troy dude, he plays this kid named Spencer in Butterfly Effect, bro.
What?
Yeah.
No way. We have a butterfly effect connection. Okay, that is scary.
It's crazy. And he's a cop in Arrow, which is cool. He's a cop in Arrow. And so yeah, I don't know why everyone has ties to Arrow right now. Obviously, it's such a big show and whatnot, but
yeah, who
it's
likes
cool.
that?
And then first 3 seasons, bro. And as we actually last sing, Jeff Palmer actually has similar ties to the villain The Mist, who created a chemical to be invisible, and he was a villain.
Interesting. Do you have first appearance then? And this was a Superman villain?
The Mist is a Superman villain. I do not have first appearance, so that's something I'm gonna leave up to you, brother.
Oh my god, you're gonna put the pressure on me.
You want me to just find it right now?
We need to find this. We need to find Superman first appearance of Mist.
DC. So
Mist, New Earth. Man, you have Ted Knight? You have 1940. No way.
Yeah, dude. And that's what he looks like. He was a person that basically just developed a chemical that made him invisible.
He was an archenemy of Starman. That's why. Starman was huge in the 90s. Because they redid his storyline. Truly had a...
And he was part of Secret Society of Supervillains, number 2. The second group.
That is a big thing. This is cool.
First appearance, here we go.
Adventure Comics 67, 1941. Dude, Adventure Comics is all Superboy, too. All of these villains have premiered in Superboy comics.
Yeah.
Even Zod. That's interesting.
It's crazy, right?
That's really bizarre that all of them were a part of it, and yet Superman came out in Action Comics #1 before Superboy. But yet the Superboy comics have all the villains.
Right. It's weird.
That is bizarre.
It's
You
so
even
crazy.
have Metallo, you have Bizarro, all of them premiered in Superboy.
It's insane. I loved that. I was like looking at it, I was like, man, this is crazy. We actually have a lot of good things about this episode. But yeah, that's it for me, man. All those fun facts. Loved it.
That was good. I actually really like the Mist one.
Yeah.
The Mist one is really solid.
Saved it for last.
You know this was Hollow Kid.
Hollow
That
Kid.
beginning scene with him turning back, I was like, oh, that's such a Hollow Man.
Oh god, and it's like the opening. You might as well have said Hollow Man at the
Exactly,
the
dude. And so, yeah, that's it from me. Anything else, bro?
I got nothing, because this was a long episode. If you have stuck with this, you should know why. The episode was great.
Yeah. Phenomenal episode. Highly recommend to watch. Definitely listen. Next week, we'll be back with episode 11. Not sure what the title is. Let's keep it a secret for now.
Secrets are fun.
All right. We'll see you next week.